So we're now in Homún, where we'll start to check out some cenotes.
También es cálida, muy diferente también porque allá sí hay montañas.
¿Qué pasó, amigos?
No, me gusta pasar la bici sobre las ruedas.
Si no tuviese luz, aquí diría. Y hasta abajo, este lado. Pero le ponen luz a este, para que tú tengas luz y podamos bajar y todo el rollo. Pero sin luz es así. Without light, that's the only thing that you can see for the darkness.
A cenote is a natural pit or sinkhole resulting from the collapse of limestone bedrock that exposes groundwater. The regional term is specifically associated with the Yucatan peninsula of Mexico, where cenotes were commonly used for water supplies by the ancient Maya, and occasionally for sacrificial offerings. The term derives from a word used by the lowland Yucatec Maya, cenote, to refer to any location with accessible groundwater. Hey! It's cool. It's grande.
There's another one bigger than this.
En el otro hay estalagmitas, ¿no?
Y en el otro hay sarmitas y sarmitas. ¿Qué parte en corriente?
Si quieres saber si tienes corriente del agua, quédate con tu cabeza.
¿Qué se puede llevar la corriente?
Y si sientes que te va a
Porque tienen cavernas, o sea, están conectados. Esta agua conecta con los otros cenotes.
Julián, dígame cosas turísticas del cenote.
Cosas turísticas del cenote. The characteristic of this cenote is that it's closed. We have three kinds of cenotes. The closed cenotes, the semi-closed cenotes, and the open cenotes. So
Viene a la luz.
if you see that the cenote is closed like this, that's a closed cenote. But the cover is like a the legend tells us that if you can see see a tree inside of cenote,
Uh-huh.
the name is like a Macho cenote, because it's a tree inside of the cenote.
¿Qué significa macho cenote?
Is like a big man.
Ah,
The word of macho is like if you are a stronger man or like a very big man, is like a concept.
como tú.
Like the Goku. This cenote is kind of macho. It's like a simulate the opinion of the cenote. That's a macho.
The Mayans believed that cenotes were sacred places that connected them to the underworld. Portals that could be accessed through human sacrifice.
Bueno, esas grutas son literal tarrastras, son tarrastras, estás dentras, así como esto, pero no hay nada de luz. El único que sabe el camino para entrar y salir es el guía. Calquetoc. Es calcetoc.
Pero se ve que bien cerca, ¿a poco no? Si me quitas, no llego.
No vas a llegar. No vas a llegar.
That was pretty cool. On to the second cenote. This is a partially open cenote, so seems to not be any artificial lighting here. Wow. Pretty big stalactites. Little bird community. Similar rock-sided sinkholes like cenotes are common geological forms in low-altitude regions, particularly on islands and coastlines. Some fish here as well. Nothing to worry about. Cenotes in the Yucatan aren't known for having any aggressive fish or alligators or sea serpents or even harmful bacteria in general. When the water is clear, it's usually mostly free of bacteria. ¿Qué piensa, Julián?
Que tú necesitas estar aquí, pero no vienes. Por the rock.
dice que es succión. According to Julian, there's downward suction here, so you're basically drowning in a cenote at all times.
Pero tiene continuación. Pegado al Bacacuanco. Tiene continuitas ahí pegadas.
Por mina. Sí, solo.
Oigo como que suena así como.
Sí, solo que para playa no.
La del África.
Sí, claro.
Y la de la Metrópolis, la rueda de la fortuna. Angelópolis, ese. Come las pelonas, las riquezas.
¿Qué pelonas?
¿Está ya ves? Las pelonas, ¿cómo se llama? Las cenitas.
Tú puedes le tocar. Puedes le tocar.
Corren y te acorretean. Van detrás de ti. Si los asustas.
Lindo. Es piel digital.
Es un toloc.
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 No es iguana.
Toloc.
Ah. Toloc. Un toloc. Oh, peligroso.
Meterse. ¿Me explico? Pasamos, lo vemos, pero no nos metemos.
¿Puedo dejar aquí las cosas?
Sí.
In 2001 to 2002, expeditions led by Arturo Gonzalez and Carmen Sandoval in the Yucatan discovered 3 human skeletons. One of them, Eve of Najarón, un grande pesca. Although flora and fauna are generally scarcer than in the open ocean, marine animals do thrive in caves. In caverns, one can spot mojarras, mollies, guppies, catfish, small eels, and frogs. In the most secluded and darker cenotes, the fauna has evolved to resemble those of the many cave-dwelling species. For example, many animals don't have pigmentation, and they are often blind. So they are equipped with long feelers so that they can find food and make their way around in the dark. So this is an open cenote, which means that there's a lot more residue falling into the cenote, which is why it's not clear and why you can see some bigger fish, because they can feed off the bacteria that gets created from all the plant life falling into the cenote. The Yucatan Peninsula has almost no rivers and only a few lakes, and those are often marshy. The widely distributed cenotes are the only perennial source of potable water and have long been the principal sources of water in much of the region. Major Maya settlements required access to adequate water supplies, and therefore cities, including the famous Chichen Itza, were built around these natural wells. Some cenotes, like the sacred cenote in Chichen Itza, played an important role in Maya rites, believing that these pools were gateways to the afterlife. The Maya sometimes threw valuable items into them. The discovery of golden sacrificial artifacts in some of these cenotes led to the archaeological exploration of most cenotes in the first part of the 20th century. Edward Thompson, an American diplomat who had bought the Chichen Itza site, began dredging the sacred cenote in 1904. He discovered human skeletons and sacrificial objects, confirming a local legend, the cult of the cenote, involving human sacrifice to the rain god Shak, by ritual castings of victims and objects into the cenote. The remains of this cultural heritage are protected by the UNESCO Convention on the Protection of the Underwater Cultural Heritage.
Pero sí está raro que esté así eso, ¿eh? Y sigue filtrando el agua.
And if you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've got many more videos of Merida coming up, and if you'd like to see some of those of the city and some of the things to do around here, which there are a lot of, I have a playlist with all those videos linked in the description for this video, as well as another link to when I bicycled through Mexico 3 years ago, checking out western and central Mexico. This time around in 2021, I was checking out eastern Mexico. So both those links to those playlists are available in the description for this video. That first time I was in Mexico was part of a larger trip bicycling through Latin America. I've also bicycled through Eastern Africa and Eastern Europe, and I have playlists for all those countries that I've bicycled through available on this very same YouTube channel, Hum of the Earth. Alternatively, if you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I went and everything that I got to see and do, I have that map available over on my website, followthehumoftheearth.com. where you can click on the different locations and see the various blog posts and videos that I've made of those places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures in Merida, the Yucatan Peninsula, and beyond, you can do so by clicking on the red subscribe button and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Alright, so that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.